Your baby is on the floor, propped up on hands and knees, rocking back and forth like they're revving an engine that just won't start. You've seen this for days now, maybe weeks, and you're wondering, is this normal? Is my baby behind? Here's something most parents are never told. Crawling isn't just about getting from point A to point B. It's one of the most important brain-building milestones in your baby's entire first year. Every time your baby moves one arm and the opposite leg at the same time, something remarkable is happening deep inside their skull. The left and right sides of their brain are learning to talk to each other through a thick bundle of nerve fibers called the corpus callosum. This single skill, crossing the midline of the body, it's linked to future coordination, reading readiness, and even problem solving. So that rocking, that scooting, that awkward almost crawl, it's not stalling, it's construction, and not every baby crawls the same way. In fact, there are 10 distinct stages and styles of crawling that pediatric researchers have identified, and knowing which one your baby is in tells you a lot more than you'd think. Some are completely normal variations, a few are worth mentioning to your pediatrician. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which stage your baby is in right now, what it means for their development, and the specific signs that actually warrant a conversation with your doctor, not just internet search anxiety at 11 p.m. Let's get into it. Let's start from the very beginning, because crawling doesn't start with crawling. Stage 1 is called the rocking phase. Your baby gets up on hands and knees and rocks forward and back, sometimes for weeks, without going anywhere at all. It looks like nothing is happening. But this is your baby's nervous system testing balance, weight distribution, and core strength, all before a single inch of ground gets covered. Completely normal. Nothing to adjust here except tummy time and patience. Stage 2 is the Commando crawl, sometimes called the belly crawl. Your baby drags themselves forward on their stomach, using their arms to pull and their legs to push, belly never leaving the floor. This is often the very first successful form of forward movement, and it's a fantastic sign of upper body and core strength. Some babies stay here for a while before moving on, and that's fine. Stage 3 is the classic 4-point crawl. Hands and knees, belly off the ground, moving in that smooth diagonal pattern, opposite arm and opposite leg together. This is the gold standard pattern pediatric specialists look for, because it's the clearest sign that the corpus callosum is doing its job, syncing both hemispheres of the brain in real time. Stage 4 is the bear crawl. Instead of knees on the ground, your baby crawls on hands and feet, legs straight, bottom in the air. It looks almost like a tiny hiker. This variation often shows up in babies with strong leg muscles, who are already gearing up for walking, and on its own, it's simply a variation, not a concern. Stage 5 is the crab crawl, moving sideways or even backward instead of forward. It looks a little chaotic, maybe even backwards in the wrong sense, but it's actually a sign of a baby experimenting with different muscle groups and figuring out which combination gets them where they want to go fastest. Almost always temporary, almost always followed by a switch to a more forward-moving style within a few weeks. Stage 6 is the bottom shuffle, and this one throws a lot of parents off. Instead of crawling on hands and knees at all, your baby sits upright and scoots forward, using their arms and one leg to pull themselves along. bottom staying on the ground the entire time. Here's the reassuring part. Bottom shufflers often skip traditional crawling altogether and go straight to walking, sometimes a bit later than average. But this pattern tends to run in families and is considered a normal variation, not a delay, especially if your baby is otherwise alert, strong, and using both sides of their body equally. Stage 7 is asymmetrical crawling, where one arm or leg seems to do more of the work than the other. In small amounts, during the early learning phase, this is normal. Babies are experimenting and haven't smoothed out their pattern yet. We'll come back to when asymmetry becomes something worth watching for in just a moment. Stage 8 is high-speed cross-crawling, the fast, confident diagonal 4-point crawl that most parents picture when they think of a mobile baby. By this stage, that brain hemisphere connection we talked about earlier is firing efficiently, and your baby is using crawling not just to move, but to explore, problem solve, and chase you around a living room. Stage 9 is crawling with cruising, where your baby starts pulling themselves up on furniture, taking a few side steps while holding on, then dropping back down to crawl the rest of the way. This overlap stage is your baby building leg strength for walking, while still relying on the coordination crawling gave them. And stage 10 is the transition stage. Less crawling, more standing, more attempted steps, until one day the crawling just quietly stops, sometimes almost overnight, replaced by walking. Every single one of these stages, in whatever order your baby moves through them, is your baby's nervous system doing exactly what it's supposed to do. Now, here's the section every parent actually came for, because reassurance only means something when you also know what's genuinely worth paying attention to. Pediatric guidelines point to a few specific signs, not general variation, but persistent, consistent patterns that are worth mentioning to your doctor. First, true asymmetry that doesn't resolve. If your baby consistently favors one side, one arm always tucked, one leg always dragging, weeks after they've started crawling, and it isn't just early clumsiness, that's worth a conversation. Second, noticeable muscle tightness or stiffness in the arms or legs during crawling attempts, rather than the natural floppiness of a developing baby. Third, no independent mobility of any kind. Not commando crawling, not bottom shuffling, not scooting by 12 months old. And fourth, a baby who seems uninterested in exploring the environment at all, showing little motivation to move toward objects or people, even when physically capable. None of these signs mean something is definitely wrong. Every baby's timeline is different, and plenty of healthy babies walk their own unique path through these stages, some skipping several entirely. But if you notice one of these specific patterns persistently, that's exactly the kind of thing pediatricians want to know about early, because early support changes outcomes far more than waiting and wondering does. So take a breath. Wherever your baby is right now, rocking on their hands and knees, shuffling on their bottom, crab walking sideways across the living room floor, they are not behind. They are building something. Every wobble, every awkward scoot, every diagonal reach is wiring the connection between the two halves of their brain, one crawl at a time. Crawling was never really about the floor. It was always about the brain learning to work as one coordinated system, and that work is happening whether it looks graceful or not. If this video helped you feel a little more confident about where your baby is right now, subscribe to the channel and tell me in the comments, which of these 10 stages is your baby in today? And if you've ever wondered why some babies skip crawling completely and go straight from sitting to walking, and whether that's actually something to worry about, that's exactly what we're breaking down in the next video, and the answer might surprise you.